Hello, everybody. Finally here, right? For those of you that are new here, welcome. And for those of you who are not, here, right? Okay, well, I finally got my volume to work. I'm watching the comments from over here on my phone because sometimes this freezes because of the internet, so I have to keep another source open in order to see the comments. So I wanted to start out this coffee hump day with an angel number, and I hope that you do have your coffee warm and being ready to be sucked down during this live. I only have one cup. I have gotten to the point sometimes where I make instant coffee instead of making a whole pot of coffee. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Ah, okay. Patience. All right, 1010 is the number. 1010. I am patient. So keep your thoughts positive and be patient as everything working out for your highest good is working out for your highest good. Trust that your angels are working behind the scenes to help you. That's a really good start. That is a really good start. So let me know if you can hear me okay, or if there's too much background noise, just let me know. I do have my AC running today. All right. That I will do. So we're going to be hitting on some of the Angel Oracle cards as I have been geared to bring these out. I will do that in a little while. But I am going to do a spread within this coffee hour. It is going to be general, but it is a Celtic cross style, which I have not done in a little while. It's pretty interesting the way that some of my colleagues, I would say, or um, nearest to dearest friends that are in this realm of spirituality and knowledge. And I have had a couple discussions with a few of them, and a few of them I've actually unsubscribed from because they are a little too within self-absorbed, I should say, and they're not reaching out to their audience, so I won't participate. So yes, thank you, Ira. I appreciate that. Good, thank you, G. I appreciate that. Yeah, me too. I'm consuming now, Ira. Yeah, got my home cup today. hmm So there are a couple things that I have been given by Instant Messenger that I'm probably going to try to put in today, but I'm going to start out with another positive oracle card since that was a positive angel number. Laughter. Thank you. Laughter. The most wasted of days is one without laughter. And the second card that came out was something. Say something positive and you'll see something positive. See that full moon and the sun? So speaking of that, there's going to be a full moon soon, as of every month. Um, I will be doing a live, but like I said on my little short video, that if there is less than 10, probably by that day, which is probably in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, um, I will go back to recordings. But I think the full moon just might be the last live that I do for this month. I don't have anything scheduled right now, but I would like you to go back and actually watch some of the videos that are just previous, because they do follow up with each other in certain ways, and certain people, places, or things actually come up again twice, which I really am surprised, because they want you to know about this or be aware of this or look out for this. And last night was the last time that I did a live. It was about looking for signs, and that was for my on the love reading. You need to be looking for signs. It might be a compliment. It might be somebody calling you more often. Um, Somebody asking you to go out to have coffee. That's the lightest way of them asking you to hang out with them. Uh, People are moving. A lot of people are moving location wise, and moving jobs, moving places to live, changing vehicles. There's been a lot of change. And honestly, it's only my opinion, but I think my opinion is because it's tax time, or was tax time for some people. And I think that they have been waiting for tax time in order to make changes in their life. So it has to really do with a lot of resources, which is the magician. So a lot of people have been waiting to have these resources in order to get things done that are on their bucket list. So speaking of bucket list, I have one that's like 10 miles long. Moving, yes. Changing things, yes. Talking to people that I haven't talked to in like 6 months, yes. I text them, I pick up the phone, I leave them voicemails. Um, this month is, for a lot of people, a very busy month with legalities, or scheduled appointments, or signing documents, and that has to do with justice, which is Libra. So I have seen a lot of this in my readings. Spirit has shown us that it is time to take care of business. And I'm about to take care of business right here. So if there's something that you have planned or need to get done, uh, one of my really good acquaintances, I mean, really close acquaintances, um, she's actually in by Port St. Lucie, or uh, it's somewhere down on the East Coast, below, on the lower East Coast of Florida. And she has gone through a divorce. She has bought herself a new car. She bought a house, but actually, she was renting the house for a couple of years, and then she decided to go to the owner and say, "Hey, can we change this to where it's an option to buy?" So she's actually in the process of doing a mortgage with the house. So like I said, all everybody around in your circle, just kind of pay attention to who is doing what in what time frame, and see if that's a pattern. And I really think that you need to start doing that. That is a suggestion for me, is to see what kind of patterns that you have within a certain time of year. What season do you have certain patterns, certain routines, certain things you do every year in a certain season? So that's a lot to do with the astrology that I've been looking through my astrology book, uh, highlighting things, kind of rereading the things that I highlighted, and trying to make sense of what order things really are, for what is in your highest good. What do you need to do first? And it needs to be done for you first, because as the saying goes, you can't take care of anybody else unless you take care of yourself. Just like that airline flight saying, about the airbag, or the oxygen, the oxygen mask. So if you've never heard of it, just let me know in the comments, because I can definitely tell you what it's like, and you'll be like, wow, I really never thought about it like that. And it does really matter. I myself, as a mother, I always had to put my kids first. Now they're grown and on their own, as of some of you have the same thing going on. Some of you are new mothers or new fathers, which Father's Day is coming up, by the way. So I will try to do a tribute for that as well. But try to learn something new every day. Don't be stagnant. A lot of stagnancy is happening because of the weather. I understand that. A lot of people have had things taken away from them from the weather. I've been through that too. In the 2004 hurricanes in Florida, all four of them back to back. I was there. I had tragedy happen to myself as well. So I've been through that. So with the past, present, and future in mind, I'm going to go ahead and start this general reading here. You guys can comment and whenever you want. And I just might be able to open the panelists up after the reading. So just give me a few minutes here. Let me start the foundation. Let me start the foundation here. So what happens with my phone sometimes is it will go blank. Even though I'm in the middle of watching something or reading something, it'll automatically just shut off. It'll go to sleep. Don't know if you guys have had that happen, but I think that's a sign that either I'm not getting enough sleep, or I need quiet time, or I need to stop looking at something. There's a sign for everything that happens in life around you physically. So there goes one. Get back to basics. Past, present, and future. I was just talking about that, about patterns. That's the first one. So that is a sign from Spirit. And I'm going to see if I can find this one. I have not had this book long enough. I usually do not have to use the book for references, but I do like to read what the card entails. So, get back to basics. A sturdy quill lies neglected on a desk. The symbol is a warning for you to pay more attention to the basics you built your life upon. They are the foundation of your life and will stand you in good stead when flights of fancy have turned sour. All right, so that is that one. And I'm going to keep that one. I'm not going to announce that one that turned over yet. I don't think it's time. You guys have any plans for July 4th? Comment below and let me know. I'd love to know what you're doing. All right, so I have been called for this new deck. All right, Spirit, I am absolutely ready for you. See if I can bring it down some more so you can see the table a little bit. That's better. That's much better. Should have done that from the start. Okay. All right, so the last comment was that you can hear no plans for the 4th yet. Or do you think that you're going to see fireworks out there on your property? The last time I had fun on July 4th, which was something very unorthodox, I guess is the word, strange, something you don't usually do. is I was in Tennessee with friends. I went from the house. We all hopped onto the golf cart, and we drove out to the cornfields behind the house. There was no fence, so we drove through the corn maze, and we got to the middle of something, and we all had seats out there. So I'm sitting in the middle of a cornfield, and they are performing the fireworks display in the middle, and I got to actually watch fireworks go off in the middle of a cornfield with the stars and everything. It was absolutely beautiful. What kind of strange things have you guys done for July 4th? I still have wrapped jewelry available. I have given out 2 or 3 pieces, and I've sold about maybe a dozen in the last year. I hope so. I hope so. All right. Let's start now. All right. We're going to start this tarot spread here. Uh-huh. Okay. So that's the 9 of Cups. That's the start. Ace of Cups. So that present position is the 9 of Cups. Completely content. You're feeling good. You're in a very happy place right now. Ace of Cups. That's usually the beginning of emotions. It's like, now this also has read as a romance, by the way, because it has to do with emotions, which actually has to do with the love reading that I just did. So if you haven't seen it, please go back on the channel here and go to the live tab, which is where you found me here, and look at the love messages. So it also shows success on the Ace of Cups. You're going to be succeeding at something. So it might be getting an answer on a question about something emotional from somebody, or something that's going on. Maybe it's going to either take flight, or it's been already an established, it's already happening. Oh, you did? Washington, D.C.? That was probably really cool. You talking about them on TV, or were you actually in Washington watching the fireworks? All right, so that is the immediate influence from this 9 of Cups, from being completely content. You will be getting an answer about either a new romance, or it's going to bring you joy either way. All right, the next one is the 9 of Wands. Knight, not king, knight. Now, knights are usually a little more immature, a little younger, a little more, has a little more pizzazz, a little more wild ideas. So this one here, Knight of Wands, okay, how it's upside down, that means it's reversed. So right now, you might have somebody around you that doesn't like you being happy, that doesn't recognize your happiness, doesn't want to. So that is the message on that card. All right, so within the past, you had to release something, you had to reduce something, you had to get rid of something, you had to set priorities for yourself, you had to reset, you had to prioritize, basically what it's saying. So you've definitely been prioritizing. So the card says, lay your burdens down. You can't see it because it's gold. So you've laid your burdens down from that person that's jealous. You've basically got rid of them. The Temperance. The Temperance is basically within a recent past event, which is you've been trying to perfect balance. So you've done things purposely, in moderation, which is a good thing. Balance, peace, actually patience. And patience was actually on one of the gratitude cards from most recent live that I did besides the love messages. So getting back to basics is really setting stone right now. It's setting the stage for these cards. So I will re verbalize this whole reading after it's done. I try to see if I receive any messages or any additions from spirit in order to clarify a card where it sits. So now you have a major arcana, which is the star card. Now this, in the regular tarot, the star card usually has 1 foot on land, 1 foot in the water. So they're testing the waters, but they're very happy where they're at on the land. But they're testing the waters, which also has to do with emotions because it's water. It has water in it. So it's more calm after you have basically gotten rid of this, whatever you had to release. You'll know how that any kind of responsibility, any release of responsibility of anybody, person, place, or thing just recently, because that is in the recent past position. So you've done your healing. You're a lot calmer. You're working on your spirituality, which let me see if I have that. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, that's the 7. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in the back of your mind. So you're not lacking inspiration or faith or anything like that. And there's no negativity within this future influence, by the way. All right, so the present position of your attitude, like trying to put things into perspective, is the 4 of Swords. Okay, so you don't have to do anything anymore. It's already been done. So there's no isolation needed. You don't have to really go within anymore. You're still in the healing process, which probably will never end. And you, like I was telling you about the vacation just earlier, about maybe somebody traveling somewhere, having to move somewhere, move something around. This is moving emotions. This is, and I love these cards because of the foil, because they're like gold. I absolutely love these cards. I don't know if you can see that gold, but you just have to sit and wait. If it hasn't come yet, you've walked away from that person and you've got that harmony and that tranquility and that peace and that balance, and you feel renewed and you feel healed. You're more calm. You have faith and confidence in either what you're doing or where you're going, or what you have bought or what you've built. So now you're just basically sitting and waiting. Well, this 4 of Swords reminds me of the 7 of Pentacles, because in the regular tarot, there's a gentleman holding a shovel looking at the plant with all the pentacles, which are like the flowers, on this plant, and he's waiting for it to grow. So this basically is like you're in a waiting period. Like you're going to see if anything else is coming towards you. You're not going to go towards anything. You're not going to bring anything to you. You're just basically like in a sitting pattern. You're good. All right. And that is the message from Spirit on that. Now, okay. So as far as respect to other people, which may have an effect on you, showing love to others, okay, an exchange of love. Maybe it's because it's Father's Day. Maybe this is why it came out. But it has to do with mutual feelings, an agreement. Somebody might be, this is where you're sitting, waiting. And I think that somebody's going to come to you somewhere in the future if it hasn't happened now. And maybe it has and you just don't realize it yet. But this is like an agreement. I can't get away from that. Yeah, it's like you're gonna find somebody that's like you, like an equal. You're going to get along. You're going to figure things. There might be somebody that you might want to call that you haven't talked to in a while that you can really talk to things about, and they don't judge you when you basically pour your heart out. So just keep that in mind. All right, now I'm going to work on inner emotions. This is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Okay. In the regular tarot, she has a blindfold on and she has two crosses over her. In this deck specifically, it has her blindfolded, but her arms are open with the swords. She's still on defense. Okay. So says frozen within this with indecision. I was going to try to say within indecision. Sorry. So this has to do with your inner emotions. Okay. From this person, possibly that has either that and you're waiting for them. Your indecision as far as like, should you tell them that you know? So like withholding, you're avoiding a conversation possibly with somebody. So this also reminds me of like an unclear path. So you might be sitting here not wondering, now that I've gotten over all this, now where should I go? Which way should I go? This person comes into your life, influences you, gives you the inner peace, fills your soul with some kind of love and respect. And now you're kind of like, you know what? I don't even know if I really, I don't know if I should avoid this or not. Like, I just got over all this and now I'm clear and I'm taking a time out, and now all of a sudden somebody comes and jumps. No. So just be aware of that. So the High Priestess is all about intuition. You need to follow your intuition. So with this Two of Swords being questionable about your avoiding this person or avoiding this new relationship or new job or new move, you're trying to make your decision over here. So the High Priestess basically is like your subconscious mind. Trusting your intuition. Knowledge, wisdom, intuition, like I said, calm. So you have calm in two different places in this reading. So follow your intuition is basically the end result and the, what do they call it? The final result. Sorry, final result. So whatever you have gone through or going through, and it will end, because that star card will show you that there's two ways to go. And you need to, and I can't believe the Two of Pentacles didn't come out with the balance, but that has to do with the balance too. So that is in a nutshell. You've got the Temperance, you've got the Star, you've got the High Priestess, you've got all the more confident cards that everything will be okay. Whatever it is you're going through, whatever it is that people are trying to make you go through, or maybe you have to move because of somebody else, whatever it is, at the end of the day and at the end of this, I can't even put a title on that. Whatever this is, it will be over. You will be okay. You will be okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is drink some coffee. And about those two books that I mentioned on my last live, Cancer and Aquarius, I believe it was, I'm still looking for these books. So it's all about love, health, money, and more. And they're really interesting. So if you're not watching this from the live, if there's a certain time zone that you're in, and if you want to join on these coffee lives, I need to basically do a little bit of research on how many people would be interested in this coffee live. I can also connect this to Facebook as I go live, by the way, but because of all the fake accounts on Facebook, I kind of depleted myself from doing lives on Facebook. But if you feel like you have something that you need to say to somebody, or somebody needs to say something, you need to speak up either way. You need to speak up and get that out of the way. I'm going to do the wisdom of the oracle. I'm going to throw some wisdom into this. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to do some wisdom for you. And as for myself, Pacific time zone. Okay. That's 2 hours behind me. I always thought that I get Pacific and Mountain time kind of confused as far as the split. Not where they're at, but just the split itself. Wisdom of the Oracle. Thank you very much. These cards that I pack up have already been cleared, already been shuffled. I just have to put intention on them. I will also bring out Ganesha as well towards this reading to see if there's any other messages about getting back to basics. So do you understand where the getting back to basics comes into this reading? To where it says at the end of Four of Swords, where you're at a standstill, you need to figure out if you want to start over. How are you going to start over? You've already finished this one cycle. You've already finished this, let's say, book, or you've finished the lease on your apartment. Now you need to figure out where you're going, but now you're going back to basics. And the last card is High Priestess, which is following your intuition. So now you need to go back to basics. Now, somebody might be leaving your life. This one came out, and this might have to do with the Two of Cups. Maybe you might be, because, see, no cards came out as far as separation or walking away from anything at all. Nope. So this might be a message for somebody, an empty chair. In other words, if you get up in the morning, they're no longer there to eat breakfast with you, or to go out to dinner with, or to go to the movies with, or to drive with. There might not be anybody in the passenger seat anymore. That also relates to getting back to basics, to taking care of yourself and doing things for yourself. All right. All right, Spirit, I need messages towards this reading for the collective and for all that is involved. So please restore everyone's awareness with continuous positive vibrations, and to be grateful for the message you give them today. Two of them, I see that. Time to take a nap. That has to do with the Four of Swords. That means go into maybe you might be mentally going to isolation with no thoughts. Let me do this one. You see where it says take a nap, right? This guy's taking a nap in the bed. So rest your mind, because no place like home. You need to take care of your inner. You need to take care of your inner self. And that also represents the subconscious mind with the High Priestess. I'll put that one right up there. Thank you. Any other messages towards this reading for the collective, please? Okay. This has to do with going, okay, so you're changing. That's the 7. Remember I was telling you about the 7 earlier? The 7 came out, to the sea. You need to take out everything and just make sure you... It's kind of like the message that I gave my daughter one time in her life was, when you're going to see somebody or you're going to a certain function and you come heavily with things on your mind, leave everything at the door and pick it up on the way out. Because do not bring your problems into that certain area, because it will change the frequency and it will definitely change the level of energy in that room. And everybody's mood will probably change as well. So your wishes will come true, by the way. There's no other messages, so I don't feel any other messages. So Let me go ahead and take Ganasha out to try to give you some outcome. Thank you. Fulfillment. This will be fulfilled. You will have inner fulfillment. Then that's a 6, which means that you're getting over the hump of that peak of drama or whatever. That's 5. And then when you come down 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's when you start completion on that goal. And healing. Yeah, I really do think that has to do with the nap, the rest. You need to take a rest. You need to stop thinking. You need to give yourself a break. And speaking of break, I'm going to drink my coffee, which is over here. So you might just have to give yourself a break. You'll know how that resonates. I'm not being told to use anymore. Okay. So I've used Tea Leaf. I've used Ganasha. I've done the Wisdom Oracle. I've also done my Intuitive Tarot. I have done a small reading for you, and I've given you angel numbers during this coffee hour. So I hope it was worth sipping on your coffee, and hopefully you got some good messages out of this today. That was good. All right. One last message. And I'm going to do the angel. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. Okay, thank you. I didn't know which one to use, but they just guided me to this one. And I've also given you the positive oracle. The bottom one says plan. Wow. Okay, I get it. So anyways, don't forget about the laughter, that card that came out earlier. Beautiful. All right, so we are going to do an angel guide oracle card. Angels and spirit guides, I asked to... Okay. And they needed quiet. No problem. Okay. Self-acceptance. I have talked about that right here with this 2 of Cups. You don't really know if you really want to get into something else right now because out of all the stuff that you've gone through, you're still healing. So take care of yourself. Definitely take care of yourself. That's message 1. Message 2 is vulnerability and freedom. You have the freedom now, and people might see you as vulnerable, and that is where you kind of say, yeah, you know what, nah, right now I'm good. You got to keep your freedom. Don't give your freedom to somebody else. And the last message is joy and contentment. And that also has to do with that following your intuition, because this one, the 2 of Swords, don't forget that you had an unclear path, but you gave yourself time to rest and to heal in order to accept others coming in. But you will have that choice to decide. Nobody else. So joy and contentment. I am going to read you the message from joy and contentment. Joy and contentment. Oh, oops. Pages are kind of stuck. All right, so this is your final card. So with that intuition and with that healing card right here, and with that star card, which is 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you're kind of healing. You're trying to make your decision on where you go next, or who you're with, or what you buy next, or where you're going to travel, or where you're going to live, or where you're going to work. There's another stage that you're going to go through. So bring joy and contentment into your life. So if you feel like feeling sad or drained or overwhelmed, know that it is all about change. In order to usher positive energy into your life, your angels are encouraging you to do what makes you feel alive. That has to do with Follow Intuition card, which was the final card on that reading. Whether you are drawn to pursuing a hobby, spending time in nature or with loved ones, or even having a digital detox, you are being guided to make those moves now. Anything that makes you feel positive, blessed, joyful, with spirit, inside, with support, you will magnetize yourself with more of these feelings and experiences. Your angels are waiting to shine their light and love on you. So call upon them to bring that love into you now. Your angel guide is encouraging you to live your life fully. Know that your ultimate purpose in life is to live it happily. Through expression of your joy, you will reach a state of bliss and contentment. Happiness is the key to inner peace, and you are being given an opportunity to experience it now. Thank you, Spirit, for choosing those. So enjoy the freedom. Enjoy that freedom. Enjoy that freedom. So with that said, thank you very much. I appreciate all the comments today. Oh, yeah, absolutely yes. You're absolutely welcome. So bring that coffee next time. Bring a whole pot. Make me a cup. So if you guys haven't seen any other of the lives lately, please go back and watch some of the lives so you can connect the messages with you. A lot of it will resonate now, and some of it might not, but it will in the future. So if you'd like a personal reading, please email me at spiritinsighttarot@gmail.com or check out my Patreon and become a member on Patreon. The extended readings are coming as recordings. So you will have access to those as you become a member. So look up patreon.com and look up Spirit Insight Tarot. All right. So until next reading, until next coffee next Wednesday, you guys take care. Thank you. I appreciate it. It really was. I agree. Thank you. Yes, inner peace. That's right. You're absolutely welcome. So share this out. Push the share button. Please come back at the video and click the like button if you are not able to right now. All right. You guys take care. Love and light.